Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, let's jump right in. We are looking at an absolutely fundamental shift in computing power. Get this, the amount of compute used to train the top-tier AI models is doubling roughly every 6 months. We've totally moved past those old theoretical models and into an era where massive data centers are actively rewriting the underlying architecture of our economy. This isn't just a software upgrade, It's a completely new baseline for human capability. So, will AI change humanity forever? It's a massive question, right? I mean, we've lived through the advent of the printing press and the internet, sure, but this shift, it's distinctly different. We aren't just creating new tools for communication anymore, we're actually replicating cognitive functions. AI is autonomous in ways previous technologies never were. Today, we're going to unpack the sheer scale of this revolution and figure out exactly what it means for our shared future. Section 1. AI is already here.
The velocity of this transition is just staggering. We've accelerated from early sci-fi fantasies and theoretical neural networks into a reality where global tech giants are pouring literally billions of dollars into compute-heavy infrastructure. Entire power grids and economies are being realigned right now just to support massive server farms. We aren't just experimenting anymore. We are aggressively building the foundational layer of the next industrial era.
But what's really fascinating is the invisible ubiquity of the whole thing. AI has quietly colonized our digital habits without us even really noticing the structural shift. It's not just some standalone app you open up. It's the underlying fabric of your internet searches. It's the engine driving your video recommendations, and it's the architecture executing real-time language translation, even creating art and music. Our daily digital routines are entirely dependent on these neural networks just operating seamlessly in the background. Section 2, Transforming Industries and Jobs. AI is acting like a massive multiplier for human efficiency across the board. Think about it, whether it's deploying predictive models to flag anomalies in medical scans way before symptoms even appear, or self-driving tech in transportation, the impact is systemic. We're seeing intelligent systems boost factory efficiency, catch fraud in banking, and even use smart tech to maximize agricultural yields. It is a synchronized leap forward in how we manage complex, data-heavy systems. Now, we are definitely facing a massive societal paradox when it comes to employment. On one side of the ledger, we have the very real automation of repetitive tasks, which means significant disruptions to traditional job markets. That's a real concern. But history consistently shows us that transformative technologies don't just eliminate, they displace and they invent. Just as the internet created entirely new digital economies out of thin air, AI is poised to spawn entirely new industries and professions we haven't even conceptualized yet. The real challenge for us is navigating the turbulence of that transition. Section 3. The Rise of Robots. Okay, we are now crossing the threshold into embodied AI. This is a monumental leap. We're moving from large language models confined to server racks in the cloud to dynamic systems capable of complex spatial reasoning right here in the physical world. Humanoid robots are actively being engineered to walk, talk, and interact in our highly unstructured environments. They're bringing sophisticated cognitive processing into a tangible, moving form. Taking these platforms into everyday environments actually brings up a fascinating quirk in computer science. It's known as Moravec's paradox. Basically, for an AI, passing the bar exam, relatively easy, but figuring out how to dynamically fold a t-shirt or safely navigate a cluttered kitchen, that actually requires staggering amounts of computational power. But as engineers crack those spatial constraints, we're going to see robots moving into complex physical roles, like assisting with household tasks, providing critical support in healthcare settings, and even taking over highly dangerous industrial jobs. Section 4. Benefits versus major risks. This technology presents an incredible tension between vast potential and profound hazard. On one hand, we are looking at utopian capabilities, systems that could untangle the complexities of devastating diseases, discover radical new energy solutions for climate change, and offer hyper-personalized education at scale, plus safer transport and increased productivity. But directly mirroring those breakthroughs are significant dystopian risks. The exact same predictive power could be weaponized for privacy invasions and mass surveillance, supercharge the rapid spread of synthetic misinformation, and amplify algorithmic biases. It's a high-stakes balancing act between maximizing these historic breakthroughs and tightly securing the underlying ethics, security, and regulation. Section 5. The World in 2030. Looking just over the horizon to 2030, the most profound shift won't be any single device, but the deep integration of all these technologies. We are heading toward an ambient, invisible intelligence layer draped over our society. Think smart homes, intelligent assistants, autonomous vehicles, and advanced robots all seamlessly communicating with each other in real time. Soon, AI will cease to be a tool we actively decide to use and instead become the pervasive infrastructure we just live within. I want to share a quote that sums this up perfectly. Whether AI becomes humanity's greatest achievement or one of its greatest challenges may depend on how we choose to develop and use it. The steering wheel is very much still in our hands, folks. Artificial intelligence isn't some unstoppable force just happening to us. It's a direct mirror of our own priorities and choices. The architecture of tomorrow is literally being written by the decisions we make today.
So, I'll leave you with this. Will AI become our greatest achievement or our greatest challenge? The future is compounding faster than ever. Which path we take, our most profound triumph or our most complex hurdle, is undoubtedly the defining narrative of our time. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll see you next time.